up, guys? On YouTube, we are live streaming and we're talking about sync. We're doing all kinds of stuff. But the first question we have here on TikTok is, what's your opinion on audio network? Can you explain audio network in a sentence for me? Because I'm old and I might not know exactly what that is. Let me Google it. It's some type of music company. Oh, it's a music library? I mean, let's check it out. I'll vet it for you in like 2 seconds. Here, so everybody else can see it on the screen. Dun-dun. It looks pretty legit. I don't know what their what's the word? I don't know what their publishing agreements are, but I mean, looks pretty dope. Can you hear any of their music? Become a composer. Looks like they're based out of the UK, which is cool. They got a submission form. Yeah, I mean, they look legit to me. I'd try them out. Check out their music and see what kind of stuff they're working with. If it's something that you think you could provide for them, or find something that they're missing, that's how you get in. But it looks like they do more advertising than TV shows, which is cool. That's what I like to do, is more advertising stuff. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. Cool. Go for it. Swing for the fences. What up, guys? Okay, so I'm going to share this with you before I start mixing it. Someone asked earlier if I could do like a mixing, not tutorial, but like a sesh. So I think that's what we're going to do today. But this is what I have thus far before I mix it. That's a layover. I have to fix that later. True J asks, how long have you been studying and submitting in sync licensing? I've been submitting for like maybe 4 or 5 years, but I really started making placements about a year and some change ago because of noticing patterns on what was being placed and just doing more studying and research and being a little bit more diligent as to how I actually get into the business. So yeah. How long do you make a beat for sync? We talk about it in the class. Normally you won't see a song longer than 2 minutes, 2:30. You think about it like, where's your song going? Like, you're not going to hear a full 2-minute song in a show. You know what I'm saying? So like that's stuff that we try to at least let people know about. You know what I mean? What up, Kev? So yeah, so what I'm planning on doing with this, so I'm making a Labyrinth style album for sync licensing because he's popping on TikTok right now, which means that people are probably going to be asking for that kind of music in the next 2 months. So in order to get ready for that, I'm going ahead and I'm partnering with a vocalist, and we're gonna make some dope music. But I've been studying Labyrinth for like the last week and a half, and this is my third attempt. I think it's getting better as I make more tracks. Yeah, bro, come through. We're out here. We out here. Check out the link in bio. We're taking this is the last month that we're actually doing live classes for sync. I'm moving to a module base so that people can catch it anytime instead of like on Saturday at noon Central Standard Time, because most people don't live in the Midwest. So yeah, should be helpful. But while I'm live and mixing, feel free to ask questions. I'm here to help. R&B vocalist. I am currently booked at the moment, but yeah, we should link on something for sure. You're in Nebraska? Yes. Awesome. So like living in the Midwest is not as fun when it comes to like going out and doing stuff. But I mean, at the same time, there's some awesome opportunities. Let's just say that. Oh, and today also, hopefully, if my computer doesn't explode while I'm streaming, there's a new what's it called? There's a new plugin I want to try out. Who chooses to live in Nebraska? Maybe people that don't want to be bothered. Don't hate. I live in Kansas City, Missouri, which is not too far from Nebraska. Plenty of time to create. That's what's up. That would be kind of cool. Make your own plugin. I dig making stuff like that. I'm using Ableton at the moment. Need some more aggression. The X is silent. It's actually pronounced J-Will. That's funny. People ask that all the time. Hey, Noah's in the house. What up, bro? Having a problem with your songs. They mix great, but they don't register in clubs as well. That means it's a mastering situation we're going to have to fix. I just posted a mastering session, or not a session, but like how to do it with stock plugins on my YouTube. Check it out. Yep, we out here today. It'll probably die down. If you guys are interested in sync licensing, music, mixing, mastering, let me know. If you catch me on live, I'm an open book. Yes, join the Discord. We got all kinds of stuff in there. I think we got enough troops now. Like, I want to like go to battle with somebody else's Discord. I think it'd be dope. Oh, that's OG Kenobi. What up, bro? I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, but I grew up in St. Louis. Let me show this so you guys see what I'm doing. Just make it a little brighter. It needs to bite. Did anybody else catch that new Arturia plugin? It's like granular synthesis. I wonder if it would do something on this. It better not explode. It'll probably explode. I'm scared. Making up the class. Did you email me? I wonder. Hey, Monarch is in the house. Yeah, granular synthesis takes a lot of processing power, so like I'm scared to use it. But if you wait, hold on a second. Chakra, did you message me from PayPal? Because if you messaged me from PayPal, I sent I just want to let me know what you want to do. If you want to make it up or you want your money back or whatever, that's completely fine. We're doing another class this week, same time. Come through. Free samplers. That's cool. I don't know what this thing's gonna do. Okay, never mind. There's presets. Let's try the presets first. This is crazy. Okay. Hold on. What's the I guess DM me on Instagram so that you don't have to post your email here, and I'll find it and send you the link. That was crazy. That was really crazy. Good Lord. Ugh. I'm afraid about the delay for it to end, but I mean we could turn that off. This is going to be my new favorite plugin for flipping samples. This is wild. And it's not even like turned up all the way at all. Yeah, we're trying to be epic at all times. There's no other way to do it. Oh, that's Civ. Bro, this is for you. It's called the plugin's called Fragments. But yeah, I was talking to Civ earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this before the end of the day, and I didn't. So like now I'm working on it on live. But bro, this is gonna be wild. Check this out. Check this out. Yeah, I knew I was going to do that. No, this is mine. We made this today. Awesome. Appreciate it. I'm gonna need to do something about this because it's a little too intense. Hear this again. Sorry. Yeah, there's like this after situation that I'm gonna need to figure out how to turn off. I mean, I could just turn it off from here, but it might sound dope after the vocals are put on. So I'll just leave it alone for right now. If Deadmau5 and Skrillex had a baby. Prima's in the house. What up? How are you? I got those lyrics from you. I appreciate the lyric sheet. That's going to help tremendously. I uploaded that today. I fell in love with Labyrinth's sound, like for like electronic R&B with organ. He uses organ literally on like all of his tracks. I was looking for patterns earlier this week, and so now we're mixing. That's what we're doing. How are you? How was your day? I'm gonna start with drums. If anyone wants to learn how to mix, I'm going to do it right now, at least with the drums, just to show you guys how to gain stage. If you're interested in looking at the screen, I am streaming on YouTube right now. How do I submit music for a review? I will be reviewing music for Sync on Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to submit music, either subscribe on YouTube and then paste your link there, or you can go to our Discord channel and I'm getting most of them from there. So, yeah. So what we want to do if we're gain staging is first we want to find the most important thing that we want to mix, which for me normally is the kick drum because it needs to punch you in the chest. So for now, we were talking about gain staging last week. What we're going to do is I'm basically going to make the kick the loudest thing, and then everything under it is going to be obviously less. So let me see. We're going to solo the kick. Obviously, this is we got a new subscriber. Awesome. So the kick is right now, it's peaking, or yeah, it's peaking. So I'm going to turn it down a bit. Make sure that everything's cool. If you guys have any other questions while I'm doing this, let me know. Yeah, hit me up on the Discord. Got some punch here. There we go. I hate doing this. But if I'm moving too fast, or if you guys have a question, please feel free to ask. Check the EQ. Normally this stuff is already set up and ready to go. I'm just going through the motions so that you guys can kind of see my process here. Now my transient master is making sure that the attack is sharp and punching. Nice. Nice. So since it's limiting right now, I'm just going to turn it down from here. It sounds like weak sauce right now, but it's going to sound way bigger later on. What kind of plugin is Supercharge? Supercharger is actually one of my favorite plugins because it's an analog compressor. So you got your attack, your release. It adds saturation and different types of analog characters. It's really, really dope. Appreciate the likes. Thanks, Bear. Thanks, Cucumbers. Cucumber Samurai. That's a cool name. So yeah, that's what I'm doing first. Getting this at about 12. That's how loud I want my kick to be. Everything else is going to be under -12. Now, numbers aren't super duper important, Chakra, but in relation to what's loud and what's not, we kind of need to use them as a guide. So now I'm going to add my sub help that I use for the kick right here. And now, as you see, we're over 12. So I'm going to turn this down. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to turn on get my headphones here. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Because I don't have a sub in my room. So we're going to... Oh, that's loud. That's super loud. How do I turn that down? Can you guys still hear me? Check, check, check. Yeah, that's super loud. Okay, so I need to listen to the kick. Still too loud, so I'm gonna turn both of them down at the same time now. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna do the next biggest thing in this, or loudest thing in this track is gonna be the snare. So we're gonna go to the snare next. So we're gonna hear both of them at the same time. Woo, that's hot. Now that I have the kick, I'm gonna take these headphones off because I'm gonna kill my ears. It sounds extremely quiet in this room. Check, check, check. Okay, so before I actually touch the fader, what I want to do is lower everything from here. -6. That's what I like to do first. And then turn down with it. I'm going to use the supercharger and do a little gain stage in here. Oh, we got other questions. Keep the questions coming, guys. You normally do beats, or I normally do beats. Do you have any tips for compressing vocals so they sound even? Use a fast attack and a slow release, okay? And then, actually, the best thing you can do, if you want your, hey, new subscriber, awesome. If you want even vocals, this is what you do. It's a technique called serial compression, okay? And what you do is you take one compressor and you give it a fast attack and a fast release, okay? And that way it'll catch the peaks. Make sure you're compressing to about maybe -3, -4 decibels of gain reduction, okay? And when it's pushing it down that much, that means you're only catching like the important stuff that jumps up too high. And then what you do is you add another compressor behind it with a slow attack and a slow release so it can pull up the volume. So the first one's kind of making sure that it's even, and any loud noises, they can turn them down, but it's not turning anything up. The second compressor is going to turn everything up. Make sense? That's my favorite super secret sauce to do that. So gain staging, typically you start, loudest sound is going to be -12, because after I'm done gain staging, you actually have plenty of headroom for mastering, and that's what's going to make your stuff sound big in the clubs. Yeah, bro. Hopefully that helps. I like to use analog plugins for that because it just makes it sound super smooth. Okay, this is still too loud. Turn this down. Oh, and I want the punch. There we go. Punch. Okay, is this still peaking? Yeah, because the limiter's on it. So I'm going to go to the transient master and turn that down. Probably don't even need the limiter, but I want to try to make sure that it's punching as hard as it needs to. Okay, after it's under -12, now I'm going to use the fader. The fader's on your, what's it called? On your compression. I just made a video on what compressors do and how to use them on YouTube, so check that out if you're still confused. I try to be as thorough as possible when explaining that stuff, because like it can be really confusing. But what I was going to say is that the faders on your mixing board are logarithmic, so like you want to touch them as little as possible, because after you get under like -6 on your fader, it's not impacting the music to our perceptive ears as much. So like, yeah, you want to, when you're gain staging, you want to hit 12 and then turn it down from here. So 15 is a good spot for this. Cool. What other drums are moving in this? Hey, Dakota just joined the live stream. What up, bro? Okay, that's the only thing mixing here. So now that I have these drums, I can unsolo these. And let's get the stomps in. They're probably just as important as the kick. Now these stomps are like super loud. And I'm not even, there's no compression because it's a really good sample. But we're gonna add one. All right. We want all the sub information. So I'm going to turn that up. And then get my trusty dusty compressor. And I'm going to turn down from here. Nice and fat. Still too loud. That's better. The stomp is going to be more of like an accent to the kick. There we go. And now I can turn it down from here. Hey, what up, Alan? What's going on? Hopefully the class helped. We are doing this. We're only doing 2 more classes, and we're done with the live one. So if you guys want to jump in, now is the time. Alan, what's your question? Okay, I think that works. So now let's bring in the next most important thing. Actually, I think this human perk loop is the next important thing. Let's try that. Let's just solo this. We're going to do the same thing. First, I'm going to turn all this down. Honestly, doesn't need it, but just to, again, gain stage. Don't be afraid of turning stuff down. See, we're already at -12 and I haven't even added any compression. No subscribe. Awesome. Do you need a specific genre for sync licensing? That's a good question. It just depends on where you need to sync your music. So for instance, if you make a bunch of rock stuff, maybe you would have more success on like pawn shop shows or racing TV networks and things like that. I know that they use that a lot. You might even see some mainstream stuff when it comes to rock music. There's a spot for everything. Trust me, if you heard it on TV before, there's a need for it. About metadata. Yeah, metadata is like super duper important. Did you go through the class? We break it down in the classroom for sync. Metadata basically is what you embed into your song so that, because no one's going to actually remember the name of your song. So like you put in stuff like happy or driving or percussive, and your songs will show up on their catalog feed when you embed metadata that way on your songs. Again, this is all different techniques we talk about in the class to raise your chances of getting synced. There's a, you hear that resonant tone? Let's fix that real quick while we're gain staging. There it is. Just a little bit. I still like it. It's just, I don't want it to get too out of control. Feels good. Actually turn it down just a little bit because the snares gotta shine harder than that. Oh, I missed this. Where do you recommend to start? I recommend starting with the class because we get you all the legal information you need to know. We get you how to create music that will actually fit for sync licensing, how to arrange it. We go through all that stuff, how you actually get paid, and we go through like how to find music supervisors, music libraries. That's what you need to start with. How you search for which genres and sync better type shows, distribution stores. We talk about that in the class. The best way to do it is to watch the television. Watch TV and actually listen to what's being used, because we literally are listening to commercials and music on TV all the time subconsciously. It's like the undercurrent for all content. Can you explain the format process to export? Is it MP3s okay? MP3s are cool, but AIFF are my favorite. We go through this in the class. If you have a song that's really good, but it's released and CD quality, yeah, totally. There's nothing wrong with stuff being released. Some libraries like to have something that's fresh because they can charge more for it. Normally, typically the rule of thumb for sync, like if it's been 6 months, then you might as well make something new. Because, I mean, think about it. If the baby releases stuff today, it probably wouldn't hit as hard because he blew up a year, some change ago, right? So like, Charlotte Bop isn't what it was 2 years ago. So it just depends on the genre and how well it's produced. Because if it sounds expensive, it'll probably still sync. You know what I mean? That feels good. Let's go to the hi-hats. I don't normally put metadata on the stems. It's a good question though. Give it some saturation. Go. That sounds decent. I might turn this down a little bit more. That feels balanced. My stupid tail was listening with a limiter on. That feels good though. Hey, that's what's up. Awesome. Yeah, man. Closed mouths do not get fed, so it is very imperative that you go ahead and start reaching out and trying to get those placements. Hey, Jacob just signed up for the class. Awesome. I forgot to do this one. So Chakra, hopefully that helps as far as like how you search. You can do that, and you can also go through like what's it called? iSpot TV. They normally will show you a lot of different places you can what's the word? You can go through. Excellent. I'm glad everything's cleared up for you. That I love teaching. So like this is my uncut gem. Count loop. Yep, I think so. Let me see here. This one's a count loop. The swing is just so hard. Yes, please keep me updated, Alan. What's a placement? So placements are basically when it's just a sync term to where like if a song gets synchronized to a moving picture, that's your placement. So like for instance, last week I got a placement with a I can't even remember the name of the company, but it's a swimwear company that needed some music for their commercial. So I got a placement with that brand. Hopefully that makes sense. For sure. We're doing one this Saturday, Chakra. So I'm gonna check my email, or I mean my DMs as soon as I'm off of here in about 30 minutes, and I'm gonna send you that information. Let's pull that up to 200. Oop, not 2,200. Now, after we're finished with this, I'm gonna bus compress all the drums. Yeah, no problem, bro. If you want to learn more, come through this Saturday. We're teaching about sync licensing. It's literally like we just did taxes yesterday, and in a new tax bracket this year, which is exciting and stressful at the same time. You can literally change your whole artist career with sync. I'm telling you. Let me see, where's that at? I'm not even using my eyes, I'm using my ears. Still at 12? Ew. Oh, hold on, that's where I want to be. Because there's nothing else in this track lane, so let's just turn this down. Classes are on Saturdays at the moment. Check the link in bio, my friend. Yeah, all that information that we went through in the class, yeah, it takes about 2 hours depending on how many questions we have. But like it took me a year and a half to really learn all that stuff. So like it makes the process of learning and getting closer towards changing your artist career a lot faster. Super happy and excited to be doing this. Next month gonna be crazy when we open up the modules. Everybody that's taking the class already will have access to them if they ever need like a recap. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean, honestly, like don't get me wrong, there's always more to learn, but if you've already gone through the class, like you guys will have access. It's all good. Like I'll have a list of places you can go to link up with the music supervisors face to face. There'll be stuff like there'll be updated lists and stuff like that. I'm going to add on to what we've already been talking about in the class so that it just continues to build on a source of information. That way, if there's something new, you'll find out about it instead of like having to take it again or something. You know what I'm saying? You can find the Discord. It should be in the link in the description on YouTube. If not, you can check my bio links. Bro, I'm telling you, it took me about 6 months after I kind of started using that same framework we've been showing. And like after I started repeatedly matching my check and getting play, I got a placement a month. And I was like, I think it's time to leave. Because if I'm doing this while I'm working full time, yeah, bro, like after that, I was like, yeah, I'm out of here. I hate my job. Bruh. And the coolest thing is like, you can actually do this as a side hustle and be completely fine. But like to go full time is like the coolest thing. I did it part time for a very long time because I was still trying to learn how to produce. Oh, I gotta freaking mix this. Okay, where's the snaps? Let's mix those real quick. It's the only thing going on, so it won't be too hard if it's too loud. But just for practice sake, we'll turn these down. Perfect. Turn down just a little bit more. Yep. All up front. Yep, I got the upfront fees first, and then the back end fees started coming in. I was like, yeah, I'm finished. I'm done. Like, yeah. I honestly forgot about them because they came so late from the pandemic. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave these here. Is that too soft? No, that's just right. Let's leave those alone. It's cooked. Okay, cool. So now all the drums are mixed, except for the fills. Let's turn on the fills. I'm a huge sucker for drum fills. They, especially when they're like, I grew up listening to future bass when I was trying to learn how to produce. So like, if it's unexpected, I'm all for it. Cool. I'm just a sucker for them. Okay, so now we got all those mixes. Let's turn the drum bus on. Make this mug live. I'm gonna turn on hard clipping, or not clipping. What is that? That is distortion. Hold up, what is it without the drum bus on? So -10. So now with the drum bus set, it's peaking at about -0.1. And so now all I gotta do, because it's a limiter, is just turn it down. Because now the biggest and loudest thing is the drums, not just the kick. Does that make sense? Is there a dead set process for mixing vocals I use? Yes, we just talked about it. So serial compression, normally I'll start with a gate so I can make sure that no room noise or coughs or any weird gumps through the mic. I hate that stuff. Then after that, I will add an EQ. What is my vocal chain? I got it saved in here, but it'll blow my computer up because I'm streaming. From there, I will do the serial compression thing, right? So first compressor, fast attack, fast release. Second compressor, slow attack, slow release to bring up the volume. So that's a controlled vocal. Oh, before that, I will normally make sure that it's auto-tuned through Melodyne, then auto-tune, and then go through that compression process. EQ to take out any resonant frequencies and de-essing. Then after that, I will add saturation and any like extra effects plugins after that. And then maybe another final compressor to just glue them together. But that's pretty much it. It just depends on what kind of vocal you're going for, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll route it to like your different delays, reverbs, all that kind of stuff. Ugh. I'm getting a resonant tone. Y'all hear that? Or maybe it's coming from my mic. It's probably coming from my mic. Let me check to just make sure. Because we don't need none of that. There would be none of that. Yeah, we're good. It was just the speakers being too loud. Guys, I think I'm going to upgrade my speakers soon. I am super excited about it. And I'm gonna splurge and get the General X. But I'm trying to figure out which one. I want to go ahead and make the big boy purchase and grab the ones. Have you guys seen those? They look like something straight out of a spaceship. But I'm contemplating it because, like, even if I have a 3-axis speaker, like, I still don't have a sub, and my room is crappy. The Yamahas are good. Yamahas are good and flat. I think they have a little bit of bump in the mid range, but like, I mean, they're pretty standard. I like the Yamahas. I don't like Rockets. I don't know why. I don't like them. Okay, so now I already mixed the the 808, so now I'm just going to turn it down. Let me make sure the side chain is working correctly. Looks good. Turn it down. We got a limiter on this, so it's okay to bring this fader down. It actually will work. Focal, I've heard of Focal before. I know Decap uses Focal. He swears by it, but like, unfortunately, I can't find Focals in my general area. I like to listen to the speakers before I actually buy them. Genelec is going to be the first time I don't, so I'm kind of scared. But I have heard some of Genelec's before. They're the step up from what I'm using right now, in my opinion. I use Atom Audio at the moment. Learning how to produce, but don't know where to find new sounds. I would suggest Splice and creating some yourself via like, I don't know, not Splice, Serum. Serum is my favorite. You could also do some things like Ableton has a bunch of like free sounds you could use that still sound current. I would check those places first. These are all great questions, guys. Keep them coming. You're in your AirPods. Yeah, bro, them 808s. The Rockets are cool. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just something about them. I just don't like that the bass comes out the front. It makes sense. It's just like, ugh. I really wanted it when I first got started. Maybe it's just hate. Oh, it came from the Discord. Okay, what's up? What's up? Yeah, like everybody liked that yellow cone. And it's like, all right, well, I see everybody else using them. I think that was the reason why I wanted them, but never got them. Okay, so as you see, we're mixing super duper quiet, and I still got like 2-3 decibels of headroom, like that I can just mess with. So next thing we're gonna put in is the brass, because they're playing the same thing that the 808's doing. So I'm gonna unfreeze this. Okay, that was really loud. Sorry. Let's just put a utility on this. Oh, what I should be doing, speaking of utility, I should be checking the stereo mix while I'm doing this, just to make sure that I'm not phasing. Most of this stuff is pretty mono anyway, so it won't matter, but it's very important to use. Yes, I swear by Atom Audio because of the ribbon tweeters. They help with ear fatigue for sure. Bruh, I guess maybe we should do more mixing videos, because I never mix on live, like ever. Because like, to me, it's boring to hear somebody play the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. But at least like this is helping me practice teaching, because like I can explain what I'm doing. So maybe we should do this more often. Let me see here. So this is a vector scope. We talked about this in Darage's class not too long ago. This basically shows you how wide your track is. And as you can see, everything's pretty much up and down the middle. So even with the reverb, which is wild. Cool. Oh, is this mono? It is mono. That's why. So if I turn it off mono, let's see what happens with the vector scope now. See how much wider it is? It makes it sound louder, actually, if you have headphones in. I like it that way because it's not as important as the 808. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn this down, because I've already pre-mixed this. That's what I love about presets, or not presets, templates that I've made. So I'm just gonna turn it down here. Awesome, bro. That was hard to do because I hate using Ableton stock for, I mean, you can use it, but like I know the quality I get out of Ozone when I master. And so like it was hard to make that video. It really was, but I'm glad it helped. Submitted all of them. Excellent. You know what you need to do now, right? Go make some more. Go make some more, bro. While you're waiting on other people, like make more and find new people to submit to. Go make more. Because after you get that first publishing deal, like then you can become the machine that you've always been and just pump that thing full of music and just relax and let them shop it. Telling you, after give it like 3 to 6 months, if you're doing everything we've talked about in the class, like you'll get your placement. I almost guarantee it. Okay, so obviously this is too loud now, so we're gonna turn it down. Gotta leave some room for Siv's voice. If you guys don't follow him already, go follow Siv. So as you can see, we still have -8 decibels of headroom. So like, this is how you do it. This is how you gain stage, because like everything that's important is getting heard. So next thing we got is the organ, because Labyrinth uses organ all the freaking time. I think, yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna unfreeze this. I got this cool thing going on the organ where it oscillates really, really fast. It might be a little hard for when you listen to it in context. See, can I turn it down a little bit? That's better. Cool. This is what it sounds like without it. Actually, if you're on YouTube right now, this is a hybrid organ. I have like 4 different ones, as you can see here. And they're turned off and turned on and automated for different effects. So the first one sounds like this. Second one sounds like this. And I think, do we use any of the other ones? I don't think so. So like, yeah, to give different texture and keep everybody guessing. So there is no more for sync should you resubmit songs. You can resubmit songs, but I always recommend that you make more instead. That way that it shows whoever is looking at those submissions that you're consistent. You know what I'm saying? How many songs should you have before submitting? Honestly, you could have 1 song to submit, but like I always recommend at least 3 to 6. We talk about it in the class on why, but like the reasoning behind it is that you want to give enough to kind of show that you make music, but not too much where it's like, yo, I don't have time to listen to all this. You know what I'm saying? Sync EP. That's what I'm doing right now, bro. Yep. Get that sync EP finished. Make it look real nice and professional. Start pitching that mug. Is this already compressed? I bet it is. Yep. So let's turn this down a little bit. Ooh, still too loud. Turn it down a little more. That's enough. When you make music, do you have a plan for what you want to make? Yes. Sometimes I'm inspired to make something that comes straight out of my head. Other times I'm like, no, I need a reference. And so I'll go through like stuff that I need. Normally, especially with sync, what's dope is that like brands and your sync, or not your libraries will tell you what they need. And so I'll listen to that stuff and then make something that sounds similar. So like type beat producers, like this is your bread and butter. Let's see here. Should sync, what? I don't understand what this means. Sync licensing cover a wide range of genres or be consistent with one. I don't know what that meant, but when it comes to sync licensing, I like to, because I get sick of hearing myself. So like I'll jump different genres all the time just to keep myself from like being bored. Like for instance, I'll show you guys some stuff. I made this music last month. Hold on, where is it at? So I love making trailer music. And so here's some stuff that I made last month. We did some of that. I made some girl boss hip hop last month too that finished, and you gotta check out this one. I made a like an indie rock / like cinematic EP for like commercials. Check this out. Partnered with my boy Chris Horton. Skip to the end of it. So like, yeah, it's freaking awesome. So, yeah, that's the cool thing about sync as well, is that like you can make multiple different types of genres. After you get in, it's really easy to kind of experiment. Where do you get your vocals and lyrics? I actually don't sing. That was with another artist. Hopefully I'm gonna get him in the class just to like teach how to write for sync, because it's a different animal. But what you want to do is make sure that when you create your lyrics, you're being as vague as possible. So what I mean by that is like, don't be too specific about like dates or places in time or space. Write about things that people can relate about on a general scale, so that like you can place that that song different ways in different places. Does that make sense? Like I've had one song go into a sports network and then used on a food network in the same year, because it was super vague. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Awesome. Cool. How many songs should be on an EP? Oh, no. I mean, no, that's a good question. Like I was talking about before, we talk in the class on how to kind of sell it, but normally anywhere between 6 and 10 songs before you start pitching is the best way to do it. Because now it shows that, A, you're reliable, you have a catalog, you know what I'm saying? And if you make a song a day or maybe a song a week, that you can get that done pretty quickly. Okay, let me check the other organ to make sure that this one's operating correctly as well. Mug is kind of tweaking. Let's warm it up. It's got to be haunting. We're trying to get goosebumps here. Let me check the vector scope, make sure it's not phasing. I'm like obsessed with phasing after I found out how bad it was affecting my music, and I had no idea. Ugh, yeah. I'm gonna have to turn this one down. This one's hard to do because like it has a reverb on the plugin, but then there's an extra reverb that I'm sending it to, so it makes it a little tweaky. So I'm gonna mono this a little bit so that it stays not completely, but enough to keep it in the center. Perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and freeze this because my computer says that it doesn't like it. Let's find some more questions on here. Jacoby, what's up? Should you be looking to getting your music synced? Yes, you should. And the reason why is because Spotify streams suck. Like, I did the math yesterday, and in order for you to make if you wanted to make a living off of Spotify streams, 350 people would have to listen to your song 24 hours a day, just so you can get the mechanical royalties off your streams. Bro, Civ, I'm telling you, bro, like the more tracks we make, the closer I'm going to get to this aesthetic. This is still this is still phase one, bro. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you write over it. Cause like he demoed like 2 of them easily today with the backgrounds, the vocals, the harmonies, and everything. Bro, like we might be able to get like 2 EPs done before the end of the month. If I wasn't so slow at mixing. Okay, now we got to put in the vocals, because these vocals. So obviously I'm gonna move these out the way, but I want to show you these choir backgrounds I got going on. Actually, let me move this up here, because it's more of a pad. 100K a year is 33 million streams. That's a lot. That is a lot. But how many artists? Okay, so 100K from 33 million streams. Like how many Spotify ads did you have to run for that? Whereas with sync licensing, like I could make 100K with 3 good placements, just 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have to hustle or do a bunch of like stuff I didn't want to do, like tour or well, touring is fun, but I'm old. Or what's the other thing you normally have to do? Like social media. Like you have to probably go super hard on social media to get that kind of. Especially if you're an indie artist. If you're a label, that might be or a labeled artist, that might be more attainable. But if you're solo, like most people, like nah, you have to figure something else out. Let's take some of that, those highs out. This needs to sound more like a pad. It's also going to make it sound like it's farther away, which is awesome. I'm also going to pan it to the right. Bro, you just turned 25? Yep. That's when, that's funny. Bro, 25 is like the perfect age because like you old enough to know better about mistakes you probably shouldn't make, but you're young enough, you still got tons of energy. Like that's the best time to tour. After, like I'm 30, I'm 32. So like after I got to like 28, I was like, you know what? I'm done eating bar food every day and like doing that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, different strokes for different folks, but I was done with it. Yeah, I'm not even going to put any reverb on that because, well, let's try it. I'm going to put it with my Hall reverb, though. It's got a longer delay, which is going to, again, make it sound further away. And we're not phasing. So we're gravy. Let me check the levels. It's a little louder than I would like it to be. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and add the other stuff. So I got a guitar. It's reversed. Since we can mix with the as you notice, I'm soloing everything as I build, so again that I'm hearing the most important things. Yeah, ain't nobody. Yeah, after you get old enough to live long, or after you live long enough to fear death, it's like, oh, hey, we got a new subscriber, awesome. I'm gonna work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree. Do I use for instruments? What do you mean? For like, depends on what colors I'm trying to get out of them. Like I always use a saturator normally for different harmonic textures. What other things do I use? I use like sample flippers and stuff like that. Monarch, what do you mean by what plugins do you use for instruments? Exciters are good. I'm a firm believer in good sound source selection first. That way you don't need many plugins unless you're being creative with them. You know what I'm saying? Because as you guys see, like this mug does not have many plugins on it outside of like your standard EQ and compression. And this over to the left. For building the sound from scratch. Oh, I would use, yes, we're using Ableton. Go check out the live stream on YouTube. We might crank out an extra couple, like 30 minutes to go ahead and finish this because I'm kind of excited to see what this sounds like after it's mastered. But what was I gonna say? When I'm creating a sound from scratch, I'll normally use like simpler distortion. Sometimes I'll take different samples, combine them together with like Effectrix or what's another one that I like to use? Shaper Box is dope. That's for flipping samples though. Building sound from scratch, that would be kind of the same thing. Sometimes I'll take two sounds and mold them together. That's always fun to do too. But different synths, combining them different ways. Hopefully that helps. That's a weird, vague answer, but like, it just depends on the situation or what I'm trying to create. You know what I'm saying? Filters, LFOs and filters are always helpful. Okay, let's label this. Labeling is good. Guitar! I forgot to turn off the caps lock. Okay, that is a track I'm not using, so I'm gonna throw it down here. Organization is very, very important. Especially when you're working with like songs that have like 200 tracks. Oh, it's the other one. Okay, cool. So since we had the first choir going right, we're gonna send this one left. Balance is everything. Sometimes asymmetrical is okay too. Give it a little bit of reverb. Levels are already nice, so we're just going to we're gonna compress it a little bit, make it a little more mono because it's already got reverb on it, and then take some of the highs away. Basically I can't talk with these stupid braces. We're basically pushing this back into the mix. I am not on an M1 chip, unfortunately. I wish I was. I got it the year right before they started shooting out those M1s for MacBook. $1024. Wait, I don't understand. What is 1024? Yes, this is an Aston mic. This is the Aston Element. It's a dynamic. It's an active dynamic, so it takes phantom power even though it's a dynamic. What was I gonna say? I lost my thought. I'm a bad teacher. We're gonna finish this. Guys. How winkish is it? Oh, you talking about buffering? Oh no, my buffer size stays, because this computer is awesome. My buffer size stays at 2048 samples. Like if I really need to record something live, then I'll turn it down to 128 or whatever. But like, I'm always flipping samples and stuff, so I might as well keep it up there. And it's still humming, like at like 50%. Down a little bit, take away the highs. Yep, all those are upfront fees, my friend. The payout on the back end is confusing and don't nobody really understand it. Like it's so frustrating that no one really understands exactly how it's calculated, because the PROs kind of keep that information away from us. It's not public information. They might not be keeping it intentionally, but I can't find it. I've done a ton of research on it. Can't find it. Because there's a lot of factors that go involved, like what TV show was it for, or how many countries it was played in, or was it in context use? Was it out of context use? There's a lot of different factors. So how many eyeballs did it have on it? Like, I know they do that. What is this? Extra box. After every track, I go ahead and check that phase because I'm not trying to have those issues no more. My stuff should sound good on all speakers. Looks like it's kind of trying to dip. Be okay. Because we didn't. There's no bass there. Huh, but there is. Pulling that bass guitar. I should have mixed this a long time ago. Because bass guitar is way more important than this paddy stuff. I like to order my tracks on my screen like in order of importance too. So like if I do need to turn something down, I can look at it and be like, okay, this isn't as important as this, so it can't be turned down. Yeah, turn that down. Turn that down. And it needs to be sidechained. Let's make sure that's happening. Yep. Okay, let's add a decapitator, do some saturation. Yeah, go check out the YouTube, guys. We're putting in work. If you guys have any questions that are worth long form video that I can't get to in detail on TikTok, let me know in the comments. Because I have a hard time coming up with content for YouTube. Just, ugh. But I found some new AI stuff that'll help me like limit my edit time or shrink my edit time. So I'm gonna try again and make some more long form content. If a Rasta had 11 of those, how long would it take for the saturation to be poignant? I don't understand what that means. Typos. It does sound like a riddle. That's funny. Normally I put the saturation before the compressor because the compressor is going to glue all the stuff together and pull out extra detail. So I'm switching it over now. Now it's too much. You hear that extra buzz? We don't want that. So I'm gonna turn it down, turn the drive down here. Do the studio mix. Studios mix these after you send them, or do they take them as is? They use them as is, but some, depending on the library, like some trailer libraries have their own in-house engineers. So like all you need to do is just make it sound decent and they'll take it from there. But I like mixing and doing this kind of stuff myself because the more skills you learn, the higher you can charge for anything you do. Like I mix and master all my stuff. So like if I'm charging for a track, it's going to be a lot higher because I can do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And I can do it a lot faster too. Asking for a friend. Yes, go check out Peaceful Monarch's flip. That mug is wild. Did you see what I said about the Batman theme? I haven't seen the movie yet, so no spoilers, but like it is wildly close to Imperial March from Star Wars. Just saying. I think it's even in the same key. I'm surprised that nobody like had a cow about it. It's still too much. That sounds better. Again? That's better. So let's turn this down just a little bit. We should be done with this one. You were reminded of Star Wars when you flipped it? Yeah, bro. Like it's super close. It's super close. wasn't for the rhythm, it'd be the exact same thing. I promise. Awesome. Yeah, I saw Dos Coast. I saw you sign up today. That's what's up. Sync licensing is the key to actually making a living off your music. I guarantee it. Ah, somebody else caught it too. Swayflow found it or heard it too. Yeah, Darth Vader's Imperial March sounds exactly like the Batman theme. Like, there's just minor differences, which makes sense because I mean, even the characters line up as far as like Anakin Skywalker losing his parents and blah blah blah. It's pretty wild. What does Cole say? What are you doing before that caused so many face issues? I wasn't paying attention, and I was taking this stupid knob on the utility because I thought wider is automatically sounds better, and I was turning it up. Like, most things don't need to sound stereo. Most things sound better in mono. So like having a culmination of all those things like adding up, it's like dinner is ready. Ah, dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. I'm trying to hurry up. Oh, how many more tracks do I have? This is almost cooked. What's this? This is a synth. Turn this down. We're going to warp speed mode, guys. Level poignancy. I don't know. What does it mean? Tell me what it means. For your first sync, do you let them decide the price? Yeah, I don't normally. If you're pitching it yourself, then you might be able to have some wiggle room. But like most of the time, the libraries figure the price, and they have incentive because they get paid off of it too. So like, I think my first sync was like $4,000, $5,000, and they got the other half. So yeah, I wouldn't be too worried about it unless you're pitching this stuff yourself. And if you are pitching it, like normally, like, you go with what their budget is. If they have more, then cool. They'll give, but they never tell you. They don't ever ask you how much is it. They normally tell you that this is what we have for it. Good question. I'm never making those decisions unless I'm syncing it myself, which happens more often now than not. I try to walk away with at least 5 for anything I make. Oh, I also need to make sure that the drums are in the same room, so I'm gonna give it a little reverb there. Y'all hear that resonant twinkle? Let's check that. Totally forgot about those stupid bells. Bells are like the worst. Because of that right there. Turn that sucker down. Ooh, there's another one in there. Hey, we got another subscriber. Welcome. When pitching sync agents and music supervisors, yeah. When I'm talking to agents will normally try to set the price and fight for a price for me. Supervisors normally they're like, this is the budget. Some will fight for you, others will be like, bro, like this is what you get. So like, as long as it's not insulting, you should be okay. No, Josh, tell me what it means. All right, we're almost done. I got like, this is a crappy thing about having, the mixing process takes the longest because after I throw my master chain on it, we're gonna be done. Just we wait and see. Just you wait and see. Check this out. Here it is. Mug mad loud. I'm still out. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna make this mono, and then I'm going to I'll add reverb later, but I can't turn this down anymore. It's annoying. Start from here. That's better. Actually, shoot, I might have to move it over though, because the vocals are probably going to go up the middle. Yep, I think it's time to eat. Dang, dang, dang. Well, maybe I'll do a mastering session on here one day. But cool. Well, unless you guys have any other questions, thoughts, concerns, comments, complaints, let me know. I read all my comments. And I will get to you guys later, but it's din time. Music is the best gateway. Is Music Gateway good for saying? Oh, that's a library. I think we talked about Music Gateway earlier today. Music Gateway seems okay. Seems okay. I went through the vetting process. Best case, we can go for average lowball price for each category. Yeah, average lowball price. Oh, you talking about the thing I sent you? Yeah. All right, guys. I will catch you guys later. And since I said catch you guys later, where's the stupid thing? Let's hit the outro.